the average person out there in the world, I should say, hopefully in the world, anyways, this country anyway. We're going to be talking about Planned Parenthood. My guest this evening, who is the chairperson of the New York State Standard for Life. She's the co-editor of Life News and director of National Life Chain. Ann Cook. Ann Cook, welcome to See Wise.
Thank you. Good to be here.
And you're welcome. And with Ann Cook is someone that's been here several times before. She's backed by popular demand. No, I'm just kidding. But she's on the board of directors for the New York State Standard for Life. She's the executive committee for Conservative Society for Action. And personhood, I hope I got that right, New York, the board of directors. And that's so nice for life. Welcome back, Grace Colucci.
Welcome back. I'm happy to be back.
Yes, I know. Now, this is a tremendous concern that's going on. One of the things that was brought up during the presidential debate is the harvesting and selling of, abortion, baby parts, and tell us about that.
Well, it's been in the news, as you know, and well, it's horrific and it's repulsive to think that in this day and age, in this country, that we would be doing this. But it's been going on at Planned Parenthood and other abortion facilities for a long time. It's just now that it's finally come to light and people are upset over it.
In other words, Planned Parenthood has been selling and harvesting baby body parts, and I say preborn, I guess we could say,
yes,
for quite a while. It's not just a new thing.
No, it's not new. It's been quite a while. It's just come to the forefront.
Why has it come to the forefront? Because this is, I'll tell you, looking at it and watching the debate, Carla Farino, am I pronouncing her name right, had mentioned it. It just pisses me off to think, like you guys just said, in this day and age, we're doing something barbaric like this. So, Grace Colucci, what are we doing about that part of this controversy?
Okay, well, the Center for Medical Progress is the group that have done the investigative videos that have brought all of this to light. As Ann mentioned, it's been going on for quite some time, unbeknownst to many people in the country. Right now, with the outcry, there's been legislation put up and passed just Friday for the House passed it to suspend funding, federal funding to Planned Parenthood for 1 year. That passed there, but Mitch McConnell, who is the Senate Majority Leader, does not think that it will pass the Senate. And I urge everyone to call their senators throughout the country to please pass this bill. The federal money that goes to Planned Parenthood, which is over half a billion dollars annually, is really unnecessary funds. The services that Planned Parenthood provides for women's health care can be obtained anywhere else, and I think our tax dollars would be much better served to other health facilities that service all people of low income and no income families, rather than
as far as health care for women.
Right,
yeah.
right.
But Ann Cook, now, what happens if this bill is signed by the House and the Senate? Now, there's some concern that President Obama will veto it.
That's what we understand.
Now, if he vetoes it, that means we're going to shut down government. Is that a possibility?
Well, I guess it's a possibility, but I don't think we should give in to those fear tactics, because what's happening is too horrible to keep going.
Right.
We can't continue. And really, no matter what side of the issue you might be on, giving over $500 million a year of taxpayer money to support abortions, and Planned Parenthood themselves, they perform over 325,000 a year. Abortions.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, they say they call themselves a health facility, but they're more of an abortion facility.
Right. Right. But now, Grace, here's the thing now. Why does that have to what does that have to do with shutting down the government? Now, I understand the bill is split. There's a piggyback on it or something, some other legislation that ties in with it. Is that why? In other words, they're concerned about defunding it because it might affect other health care for women?
I'm not really sure if that's what's, to play on that. I know
Right.
that there's another bill that they're trying to pass that would, bring criminal charges against Planned Parenthood. The Planned Parenthood lobby is huge in Washington, and it affects both Republicans and Democrats. But, they have such a large, like you said, lobby that they don't allow,
Well,
you
of
know,
course.
things, they have, I'm on their email list, so I see everything that goes out.
Uh-huh.
But they have they receive plenty of funding. Any funding from federal grants is totally unnecessary with the amount of money that they get. And just recently, for example, they had a fundraiser at Sacramento State Park.
When they, you say they.
They, meaning Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
And it was a wine tasting. And I won't say who was provided the wines, but I want you to read out loud what they have put down on their brochure. What does that say there?
Okay, this is, a Planned Parenthood, this is summer benefit wine and craft beer tasting, and that was back in July, and right, something now. The life is too short to drink bad wine, what is,
Well,
life is too short, what, for abortion babies?
Thank
They
you,
don't have
yes.
a life at all.
Right, and they
Yes.
don't even get to drink their mother's milk. But
Yes.
they're telling people that give them money that life is too short to drink bad wine, and I think that's just,
Right, so what's the
Something
purpose of this? What is it now?
that was a fundraiser that Planned Parenthood held.
Why do they need a fundraiser? You know, us taxpayers are stuck with the bill for that anyway, am I correct?
Correct, but they have a couple
Right.
a year of
And
fundraisers.
that's just here in New York. They do them all over the country.
So why don't they just survive on fundraisers as opposed to using our tax dollars who are against, say, the people who are pro-life, right? It's our tax dollars to support something that we detest, right?
Correct.
So why can't they just survive on these fundraisers, Grace? Or
That's my point.
let them survive on that.
I think that's a legitimate way for them if they you know
Right.
want to do that. But as far as the argument that they provide necessary health care for people of low income or no income, the fact is that for mammograms, they do not provide them. They refer people elsewhere. And cancer screenings and anything else in that
Right.
venue, that can be received, those same services can be received at other healthcare clinics that probably, you know, would be just as effectively free for them. They do not charge, they do charge for things. Some things are free, but that's through the government, federal grants that they receive. Obamacare, which is the law of the land, even though that I'm opposed to Obamacare because I
Right.
think there's better ways to solve our healthcare problems through the private sector. Obamacare, that's part of what it was about,
Right.
providing free healthcare for people that have no income. So it's just taking our tax dollars on top of what Obamacare provides seems to be an unnecessary thing.
Right. So, Ann Cookie, do you think that Planned Parenthood is just a front to just pay for all these abortions that do you think, do you
I'm
believe
sorry.
that?
I do believe that. And the founder of Planned Parenthood is Margaret Sanger.
Right.
And she was very, obviously, pro-abortion, but she also was very racist. And most unfortunately, abortion clinics are in minority areas.
Right.
And that was her thing. She felt that the blacks should not be around, and then she also felt like, you know, she was trying to attack the Catholic Church as far as the Irish and Italian families, because she felt there were too many, they had too many children.
Oh, my God.
So, and you know, Hillary Clinton received the Margaret Sanger Award, which
Yes.
I don't think she should be proud of, but she is.
Right. She's a proud of
Yep.
any award. It's a lot of people aren't aware of these awards.
Yeah.
Simply, they just don't know. I think people are being acknowledged because they've done something worthwhile. So what can we do, what can our audience do? Because many of us, aside being, there are many pro-life people out there, and then the ones who are not pro-life, they might be just angry that they're using their tax dollars for something that we not supporting. Or if we are, why should we pay for it?
Well, and what they're doing with the harvesting
Right.
and
Yeah.
selling of fetal tissue is also against a federal statute The sale or purchase of human fetal tissue is a federal felony,
Yes.
punishable by 10 years in prison or a fine up to $500,000, and that's 42 USC 289
Yes, the code, the federal code, that which we started.
Right, and we need to see
Who's gonna,
criminal investigation in addition to
right,
stopping giving them federal funding.
well, no one's gonna pursue it, because it's under Obama's law enforcement administration, the United States Attorney General. No one's gonna, obviously, it is a crime, we know that. Obviously, you're not selling human baby parts, come on, I mean, it's ridiculous. So, but I think there was someone that went there and taped it, and that first they denied it, and then people had them on tape admitted it, and then we have videos.
Right, we do. It was the, Grace mentioned it earlier, the Center
Right.
for Medical Progress.
Right.
Is the group that, and you know, they're quite young, so it's really great to see that the young people are getting involved and, you know, standing for what they believe in. And there were quite a few videos, and you know, to see people talking about selling baby parts while they're eating, their dinner or whatever,
Right.
and having their wine and joking about how much they're gonna make on this and that.
And then they could buy a Lamborghini now
Yes.
because of the money that they make from
Yeah,
it.
so it's very disturbing, very disturbing.
Yes. So, but there must be somebody out there that would try to pursue some prosecution on this.
Well, that's
Oh,
one
go
of the
ahead.
reasons why, with the defunding for a year, what they wanna
Uh-huh.
do is, you know, hold the funds back for a year and investigate. And a lot of the states have already started investigations
Okay.
into
Now,
Planned Parenthood.
just say you're successful on holding back the funding for a year, right? How does that affect all the other medical issues concerned with women? Does it affect it at all?
Well, like
Because
Grace
that's what they're
said,
claiming it does.
Yeah.
They're claiming it's gonna,
Well, there's a lot more healthcare
right.
clinics throughout the country than there are Planned Parenthoods.
Uh-huh.
So no person, no woman will ever be denied being
Healthcare.
able
Healthcare.
to receive
Mhm.
healthcare anywhere.
Okay.
That's just, you know, they put up this alarm out, women are gonna be denied healthcare, and it's just, their business will be harmed, their Murder Incorporated will be harmed, and women will still be able to freely get cancer screenings, mammograms, pap smears, and the like, at any clinic.
But why a year? How does this come about? Where do we get this figure that we would like to do it like a trial basis for 1 year?
We'd like to permanently.
Yes.
That's
have
what I
it
mean.
funded.
Why
This
a
is,
year? Why don't we
I
just,
think this was Congress's attempt to try to get it passed.
okay, get the foot,
Yeah.
maybe get the foot in
Exactly.
the door.
Yeah,
exactly. Kind of like what Planned Parenthood did. You know, it became legal to abort a baby for rape or incest, or,
Right.
you know, the life of the mother, which I still am against, but then they
Right.
just kept expanding it until
until now
Just-
it's
yeah,
late term and.
late term.
Yeah. Now, would you repeat that in, Cook? You against what? Rape and incest?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm, because I feel I'm against abortion for rape, incest, or the life of the mother also, because
Right.
it's still a life. You know, what makes that life any less important than a baby that's conceived through love?
Right,
It's a baby.
It's not, the child hasn't committed the crime of rape,
Right.
the father did.
What
Why
if
should the
the
child be
victim,
punished?
the rape victim herself, doesn't want the child? It's another way. She was a rape victim, and by some criminally insane person, and some people say that genetics the child might be born with some of the genetics of the father, who's a rapist, serial killer, whatever. You know, that's a possibility too as well.
It is, but it's a horrible crime, and you have to feel for the victim, but,
Correct.
you know, it then compounds the crime by killing a baby. And it's been proven that women who have had abortions in years to come wind up with a lot of psychological
Oh,
problems.
yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Yes, but,
And medical problems.
right. But what about incest? Now, incest, there would be some sort of a medical defect if it's incest, because the child can have some brain damage. So what about in that case? Why would we, I'm just going to be devil's advocate.
Uh-huh.
Why would you bring a child into the world that might have some tremendous mental issues for that child to suffer? I don't know, I'm just throwing it out
Yeah.
there. Do you think it's worth it for that child to be confined to an institution because his his mother and father or sister or brother, maybe the genes are too strong,
Well, it goes right back to it's still a life.
still alive.
It's still a life, so, you know, that child is just as important as any other.
Right, it's whenever is murder, okay?
Right.
And it's
No.
so rare
It
that,
is very rare.
Okay,
you know, that a woman, that a baby is aborted because of rape or incest. It's
Right.
extremely rare.
Also, I want to bring up a website for our listeners to
Yes.
check out if they're concerned about that rape or incest exception. It's called Save the One, and it was founded by Rebecca Kiesling, who it was conceived in rape.
oh,
Her mother
Okay.
attempted to have her aborted twice, but because it was illegal at the time, she ended up not going through it with it and gave her child up for adoption. Rebecca Kiesling is now an attorney in Michigan,
oh,
and
nice.
she speaks worldwide over the value of adoption and
The value of life, like you
the
said.
value of life. And she herself has 7 children, 5 of which are
Right.
adopted.
And the name of the organization again,
Is
please?
Save the One.
And, oh, okay. Now, you have an event coming up, I say, Long Island Coalition for Life presents a Stand Up for Life, the 18th annual one.
Stand Up for Life, yes,
Yeah.
this is our 18th annual Stand Up for Life,
Right.
and it's sponsored by, like you said, Long Island Coalition for Life, and we are one of, or part of a nationwide, it's actually throughout the country and Canada. There will be demonstrations over 1,900 on the same day.
Mm.
We have 2 locations, which we have had. One is in Huntington along Route 110 in front of the Walt Whitman Mall.
Right.
And then the other one is in Manorville, we call it Stand Up for Life East. It's the LIE Exit 70 South along County Road 111. And it's, you know, it's family friendly. We do not use graphic signs at all, and we ask people not to bring signs. We
Okay.
provide them at the site.
Now, and this is the date and time?
The date is October 4th. It's Sunday from 2 to 3:30 p.m. and we do meet rain or shine.
Oh,
And as I said, everybody's invited. It's a family event, and it's just to be a peaceful, prayerful presence, just to raise awareness of what's
Right.
going on.
right. And the 2 locations that you said, Huntington, Route 110, Route 110 and Route 25?
Yes,
Huntington?
yes, in front of the Walt Whitman Mall.
Okay.
And-
Yes.
And then in Manorville, along County Road 70 South, or County Road 111, I'm sorry, it's exit 70 South of the LIE.
Okay, anyone interested in being present, who do they contact?
They can just come, or they can contact the Long Island Coalition for Life at phone number 631-243-1435, and our website is prolifeli.org, and you'll find that information there and a lot more information. So I would invite everybody to go to that website.
Okay. Now, the organization that Stand Up for Life, and Cook, you were the chairperson, and aside from the co-editor of the Life News, and Grace Colucci, you're on the board of directors. Anyone want to get involved in your organization? How do they do that? How do they get
They
in
can-
contact?
Same phone number and website.
Same website? Which
Yes.
is going to repeat that
I'm
again.
sorry, prolifeli.org, and you know,
Right.
you can email us right through that,
Okay.
through the website, or call 631-243-1435. And, you know, we're always looking for volunteers. And we are a peaceful, prayerful witness.
Right.
There are other, I was at Planned Parenthood in Smithtown this morning, because we do have other sites that are
Right.
not sponsored by the coalition, but where there are people witnessing to life.
Mm.
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday, every
Right.
Wednesday and Saturday.
Okay, your organizations, how do you sustain yourself? Are you not-for-profit? And what are these donations? How do you survive it, plain English?
Well, with the Long Island Coalition for Life, we get funds from, through donations, of course,
Okay.
but also through, subscription for Life News. And we do have paid advertisers also.
Okay, again, somebody wants the
Again, if
same
you-
numbers,
Same phone number, if you wanna advertise, if
That's
you
what
wanna
I have.
volunteer,
Or
or
donate.
donate, if you wanna receive Life
Correct.
News, you can get it via email or snail mail. And just go to prolifeli.org or call 631-243-1435. And you can donate online also.
Mm.
And again, the pro-life event, Stand Up for Life, is on Sunday, October 4th from 2 to 3:30 p.m., rain or shine. in front of Walt Whitman Mall in Huntington, or County Road 111 in Manorville, whichever is closer to you, and we welcome everyone, and again, no graphic signs.
Okay. Grace, you're the political person.
Yeah.
Who's supporting? I know you were involved in several campaigns, congressional campaigns, which is what we need now. We got these bills. Anyone supporting this endeavor?
Well, Congressman Lee Zeldin
Right.
has always been very supportive of pro-life issues, as well as national security issues.
Right.
He's, been very good. As far as New York State, unfortunately, our state senators are very, very liberal,
Right.
so they support Planned Parenthood. But I think that if people do not call anyway, even though they know Senator Schumer or Gillibrand will not, vote to defund it, they need to let their voice be heard.
Right.
The more people that call and let their voice be heard, the more that possibly they can speak to their conscience, because even people who are pro-choice have been repulsed by the thought
Right.
of selling of baby parts.
Well,
When you see in the videos babies' eyes and their
Absolutely.
hands and feet, it has to affect you in some way. It has to.
Absolutely. But I was talking to people, it was telling me that this has been going on for quite a while, and yet now people are starting to be aware of it just recently. So in other words, they've been getting away with murder for years.
Exactly.
Well, but even worse, they've been
Worse,
able
of
to,
course.
not only have they been illegally murdering, but
Right.
now we're finding out that they've been selling body parts, sometimes with the mother's consent for
Yeah,
medical
for
research,
monetary reasons,
but
probably.
quite often without the mother's knowledge
They
at
may
all.
not be aware of it.
Right,
Yeah.
a lot of times they don't.
Who purchases, who buys these harvesting body parts? Do we know?
Medical
Who's-
research.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
use it for medical research.
Okay. Any organizations that you know of that are,
STEM Express is one that has been that's one that's been in the news.
And I just read that they,
Right.
just last week, cut their ties with Planned Parenthood for doing that. So apparently,
They cut-
they're trying to run from the
they
situation.
cut their ties because they got caught?
Mhm,
with their pants down?
exactly.
And one of the women who worked for STEM Express has left, Holly O'Donnell.
Right.
And she mentioned that she was appalled by what was going on there, and she left.
When she left, when you said she left, she resigned?
She resigned, yes.
She was unaware of what's going on?
Right, she didn't
Wow.
know
Oh, she
the
didn't know the
extent,
details.
and she's the one that had seen, an aborted baby that was still alive, that Carly Fiorina had spoken about during the debate.
Right.
This woman witnessed it through closed circuit television.
Right.
This,
Now, Carla Fiorina, who's of course running for Republican life for presidency, was she on target? Because some people said she was not accurate. Was she accurate, or they said she exaggerated?
Well, no.
Now, is this a fact, what you were saying
I,
about, you mentioned the eyes and things like that people can see?
well, that part you can see in some of the videos. The one video that she was speaking about
Right.
did not show the baby with the heartbeat beating still. It was this former employee from STEM Express that was telling what she saw, her personal experience. And I think Carly Fiorina, in expressing her outrage on
Correct.
stage, did not, in the short amount of time that they're allowed to speak, did
Right.
not get into the detail that it didn't expressly show that.
Right.
It was just the former employees'
Now,
recollection. of
there are
something,
people out
sorry.
there that support Planned Parenthood, and they're unaware of what we're talking about. You know that, right? So how can how do you do that? Because people are talking to me and saying, "Oh, I didn't realize this." And I would donate or I would get involved because the average person, women that can't afford health care, I support that. But of course, they don't support the harvesting and selling the baby parts.
So that's why we're out there at Stand Up for Life or at the abortion clinics
Right.
on Wednesdays and Saturdays, is to bring the awareness so people know.
So what does it have to do with the abortion clinics? Have to do with this abortion clinics? Are they doing it too? Or they
No,
just-
mostly Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
Planned Parenthood that's
Correct.
doing it.
So how do you target Planned Parenthood, the organization itself? Just what you're doing now.
Right,
Yes.
what we're doing now. And I
Right.
want to thank you for having us on today,
Right.
to bring this on, because I was at my hair salon today,
Right.
and the girl that does my hair had no idea. I told her, oh, I'm going to be on the radio
Right.
this evening, and she's like, oh, wow, what for? And I told her, and she was stunned.
That's right.
She was stunned. She goes, I did not hear that.
Oh,
And here's a young woman who doesn't hear about it because the mainstream media and the places that young people are exposed to, they shield them from it. They want them to think that Planned Parenthood is a place that's advocating for women, when what they're doing is advocating for their income to continue for abortions. The percentage of women's health care screenings and that they provide are such a small portion of what they do. And like I said before, people can get that anywhere else.
Well, Grace, I want to also thank you, Grace Colucci, on the board of directors of New York State's Pro-Life, and of course, the chairperson is Lieutenant and Cook. I want to thank you guys. We got a couple of minutes, but I want to make sure I thank you guys for doing what the two are doing. You know, to bring awareness, because, you know, when I send out a slew of emails, by the way, Newsday did call me. They just, I don't know if they're going to do anything, but they just asked me what the show was about, so I always send a press release. So who knows? So if you get it out there, you got to really have to bring the awareness.
Exactly.
I hope Newsday will join us on Sunday, October 4th.
We hope so. We hope so.
I know. So let's go over that again. So Sunday, October 4th at 2 to 3:30 p.m. 2 locations, Hancock.
2 locations on Long Island, Route 110 and 25 in front of the Walt Whitman Mall. And then we have a location in Manorville, exit 70 south of the LIE, County Road 111. Rain or shine, and again, October 4th, 2 to 3:30. And if you need more information,
Right.
you can go to prolifeli.org or call 631-243-1435.
And I want to add
Yeah.
that there are a lot of high school kids
Right.
and college students that
Oh.
come to this
Oh,
event.
great.
And it's so good to see that the young people are more and more being pro-life rather
Right.
than pro-choice, because they understand what's going on.
Mhm.
So
Well, that's-
they're taking a stand, which is very encouraging.
Yes, it's different anyway from what's going on with the young people today,
Well,
Yes.
pretty much.
the media wants you to think that this is okay. You know, they go into the
Absolutely.
schools, Planned Parenthood goes into a lot of schools, and when they do provide birth control, it is an inferior quality. A lot of people that come in for abortion screenings to Planned
Mhm.
Parenthood have been on Planned Parenthood birth control.
Right. Now, what should we do with our congressmen? Should we defund Planned Parenthood even for a year? And
Absolutely.
Cook and Grace Colucci.
I think forever, but
Defund it? I know forever, but one with the foot in the door, like you mentioned.
yes,
Right.
because too, they'll be saving a lot of taxpayer money and a
Absolutely.
lot of babies' lives.
Right.
Just for that 1 year, if we
Right.
could get that.
But is that going to shut down government? That's another concern of a lot of people. Are we going to shut, how does it affect the overall, what's going on in this country if government is shut down? I mean,
I
that's,
think it's more of a scare tactic.
okay.
Personally, I don't know.
Should we, well, speaking devil's advocate here, should we take that chance and get rid of it for a year? And then whatever happens with the shutdown?
The government is shut down in the past, and
They
everything is
actually
fine.
shut us down anyway.
Yeah.
So I thank my
Okay.
guests, Ann Cook, chairperson of New York Stand Up for Life, editor of Life News, and Grace Colucci, who's been here several times, and also on the executive board for Stand Up for Life and all these other organizations that you know about. I want to thank you guys. This is something
Thank
that
you, Lou.
my pleasure. Okay. Grace, she'll be back, and you bring Ann Cook with
There
you
you
back
go,
again.
I'll be back.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, and this is a Lou Telano, and catch you later. Okay, this fell off.
It wasn't good, right?
That wasn't bad.
I don't know where they're taking later.
Yeah. I think I've stumbled on a couple words.
Stumbling that.
Yeah, what was
You
that
see
in
what-
there,
Remember what
stumble?
Felton said, they stumble and you sort of say, stupid funny word about.
And but I didn't get in, Cecile Roberts,
Richards.
is the president of Planned Parenthood. She makes over $590,000 a year.
Yeah. Too bad we didn't.
You know, we didn't mention the money. We say they're making money on it. We say, well, you said they're becoming rich on it. They're selling it. So
Yeah.
they're doing it.
I mean,
This was good though, thank you so much.
thank you.
Oh,
It was good.
So, every so often, you know,